Here it is, mate. Sonny, we're on again. This is the last show of the trials.
7 days has gone quick. No, it's day 8. This is day 8. 8 days has flown by.
Yep.
We're having a good time.
Yep.
Patrick.
Oh, it's been great.
And here with Ryan Murphy's brother, the bigger brother of the two. You guys had a flex off the other day?
We did. Yeah, Mike Lewis got it on camera.
Mate, congrats on your brother's success again. You're pretty proud of him?
Yeah, super. I think I've been to all 3 trials. All 4 of his trials, actually. And I think this one was the coolest. I think beating 2016 was great. 2021 was, I would say, a little more expected. And this one, we didn't really know. He's a stud.
Hang on a second. You didn't really know?
I mean, I knew. But,
I mean,
we knew. We knew.
yeah. I mean, he's 28.
He's a whippersnapper. Have you seen your brother?
Mate.
He looks like the peak athletic performance of any human ever.
Well, it's funny. Walking around deck, talking to coaches, everyone says Ryan's never looked as good as he looks today.
He's never looked this good, has he?
His back muscles have extra back muscles on there.
Yeah.
People are studying him because he's got like a new type of muscle.
Yeah, he's a specimen.
He is.
But you're not just here as a spectator. You got a role here too, hey?
I do, yeah. I would say I'm Rowdy and Dan's right-hand man on the broadcast. So providing data, provide stats.
Stat man.
Yeah, make sure people know. Yeah, I'm a data guy.
You do that. You do
I
that
love
USA
data.
swimming too, right?
I do.
So tell us about that role.
Yes, I actually lead our data and software team. So everything we do related to digital, website, registering athletes, uploading results, everything from a performance data perspective.
Wow, super cool. And that gets and people can access that. Is that for general public or is that just for athletes themselves?
It's both. Yeah,
Okay.
It's behind a login, but we also have stuff publicly available.
Wow, awesome, hey.
So-
So behind the scenes, USA Swimming. We don't know this stuff, do we?
Well, what sort of day are we talking? More than just times and
It's more, yeah. I mean, we have the largest times database in the world. So every time that someone swam your whole career, Ryan's got probably 3,000 times in our database at this point, from age 6 all the way through.
Yeah.
What year does the database start from? Because I think in the UK it's 97. We have times back to 97.
Yeah, we start 2003, and we've been slowly but surely trying to add all the history back.
That's really cool. I love times. Times are great. Did you swim, Patrick?
I did, yes. I swam my whole life, swam at Notre Dame.
Notre Dame boy.
Yeah.
How good are they doing?
Yeah, what's going on
Oh,
there?
my
What's happening
God,
at Notre
yeah.
Dame?
So
Giuliano, hey?
I actually met his parents the other night. Great people.
Yeah.
Tons of Notre Dame alums here.
Yeah.
All the team's families here.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible. First male athlete from Notre Dame to make the Olympic team.
Yeah.
And he's a beast. I mean,
He's a beast.
He did what only Biondi could do.
Only Biondi, 50, 100, 200. It's pretty crazy. That's a stat for you right there. Put that in the books. That's
No
wild.
one's even done the 100 and 200, let alone the 50 and 100 and 200. So no one since Beyond has even done the 100 and 200 free for US. Like,
I actually didn't know that. I probably should have.
No, yeah, you should. Now, speaking of crazy stats, I heard the announcers say the other day that Ryan is the first American to ever win the 100 and the 200 at trials.
At 3 straight.
Three straight. Okay,
Yeah,
that was the
3
stat. I was
straight.
like, what? That didn't make sense. But 3 straight. Okay,
Yep.
That's crazy. Hey, how dominant is he?
that's what I said. Like, it wasn't a surprise. He is just so good and so fast every time. He never has blips. Every swimmer of that caliber has had blips at some point in their career, except your brother. Like, truly.
I mean, he would tell you he had won. He would tell you 2019 Worlds was not a good meet. But in the grand scheme of things, he got on the podium once. Just off the podium. Like, he's had one non-podium backstroke since 2016. And it was by
the blip.
1/100th.
Wow. That was the blip.
Yeah. And that was also the only time he ever added from semis to finals.
Oh, really? We talk a lot about how important it is to get faster every time you go for a round. And, I mean, that's crazy. So every major meet since 2016, your brother has only ever once slowed into the final.
Correct.
That's how you win races and win medals, right?
Well, that's how you get in your competitors' heads too, don't you? Like you turn up to the trials, I'm going to have a shot at the Olympics. And then you say, oh, no, but I'm racing Ryan Murphy. Like, so do you really have a shot? You know, you're not beating this guy. No one's beating him.
If you've gone all out in the semis and you're the same time or just off him, and you then know he's got a few temps because he's always done it, that's not good for your mental state going into a final.
Yeah.
Talking about finals, sorry, 100 butterfly tonight, Patrick.
Yeah. It's just for fun.
He's fourth seed.
He's fourth seed. I mean, we'll see what happens. I think he's pretty tired. He
should be.
He's entered the 100 fly these meets before, and he tends to scratch out of it. But he's going through.
And he's got a training partner right next to him, Dare Rose, who's got a shot at making his first Olympic team.
Yep.
That's cool, hey. It's cool when the training partners get up next to each other, like him and Hunter Armstrong the other day, and now Dare's next to him. It does make you feel a little bit more secure that you're racing someone you race every day in practice, eh? That'd be cool. Now listen, your mum's a bit of a swim nerd herself. She's at all the meets. She's a bit of a stats woman too. Is that where you get it?
Yeah, she was a math professor in college for a long time. That's really where the numbers brain comes from. So our grandpa, her dad, wrote over 25 college textbooks for math.
Oh, okay.
So it's really run the family. My mom loves sports just due to the numbers, and it's black and white. It's who wins, who's the fastest, who's not, and it makes it really enjoyable.
So you got mum's brain. Ryan got dad's size. Looks like
that's true.
Brains and brawn.
Your dad is a big guy.
He is a big guy.
He's a big guy.
He's losing weight every time I see him.
Is he?
He's getting a little smaller, but he's a big dude.
I love it. Well, listen, man, appreciate you popping in. Thanks. We pulled you in from the crowd as we walked past. We had to get you in. Brothers are joining the podcast, but this is the last one. We're having so much fun. You work for USA Swimming. Please pass on our thanks. I know we will do that ourselves, but this has been cool to really have this, and we've been loving it, eh?
And also, it's nice to meet the guy behind all them awesome stats. Rowdy pulls out and lets people know, and
that's true.
Them sheets they get. The guy providing them.
You do awesome work too. So.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, guys.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Later.
Enjoy tonight. Enjoy the 100.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good one.
Cheers, Patrick.
Ryan, jump in, mate. See you, mate.
Yeah, it's great.
All right. We're still live. Yeah, there we go. Live. Put those headphones on real quick. We're just switching our guests here. Oh, there we go.
All right.
We're live, mate. How you doing? Brian Robbins here. Show them the shirt here.
Oh, yep. Grown-up swimming.
Grown-up swimming. What is grown-up swimming?
Grown-up swimming. Well, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Did you guys have summer league swimming growing up in Australia?
We don't.
Summer league, rec league.
We don't, but I've been living
Yeah.
in America for long enough to know summer league in America is massive.
So yes, I think there's 2.5 million summer league kids around the country any given year.
2.5 million. You hear that stat?
It's crazy.
2.5 million.
So we don't have that many people in the UK. We have genuinely, we have 9 or 6 million people in the entire country, and you've got a third of that swimming summer league.
Yeah.
That's why America have more depth than the UK for anyone watching.
That's why they have more depth than anyone. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good place to swim for sure. So what we do is we know that most swimmers grew up swimming summer league, and that was really fun. What that looked like in the States is on a Thursday night, you hop in as a 8 or 9 year old, you swim a 25 freestyle, you hop out, you eat some really gross nachos and chase it down with some airheads. And we do that for adults.
Yes.
So cool.
Yes.
Can you bring grown-up swimming to the UK? Because it's such a great concept. Seriously.
It is.
For sure.
It is.
No, so like right now we're in about 20 cities we'll be in across the States in 2024. And we're growing like crazy. Had a couple inquiries abroad over both oceans. So,
speaking of that, I think I've kind of announced this, but we do have a partnership here. I have started my own Sprint Revolution grown-up swim team, and we're kicking off here next month.
That's right, July 21st at Laguna Niguel.
Yep.
In Orange County, we're going to be doing our first meet.
So if you're in Orange County, sign up to my swim team. We're going to be racing another team. I'm doing this thing. I'm in Grown-Up Swim League, and I'm taking this thing as serious as it needs to be in terms of having fun and being part of a community that is growing and thriving. Yeah. Look, every one of those 2.5 million kids have parents, and they all want to have just as much fun as their kids.
What relays are there? Is there 6x25, 8x25? There's relays, right?
Yeah. So the meet format is most of the relays are 200. So 4x50 relays. Because we got to make sure that you can do 2 laps.
Oh, distance events,
right?
Wow.
25 is a stroke, 100 IM, and I know it's 100, but it's only a 25 of each stroke,
Right,
so
yeah.
it's okay.
That's a good
it
event.
passes.
100 IM's good. No,
It
we like
passes.
100 IM.
And then 50s of stroke for the distance swimmers. Close with the 200 freestyle relay.
200 free relay.
Now,
finish.
If the pool is deep enough,
Mhm.
because a lot of times we're swimming
You
in
can't do the 25 dive takeover. I get
Right.
you. I get you. I'm with you.
Right.
I like that. Yep.
we care about head and neck injuries, so we try not to do that when the pool, because a lot of the pools we swim in are like community pools, neighborhood pools that don't have deep enough water on both sides.
Now, we're just starting out in California, but you've been doing this for a while now. How long's the league been going?
Gosh, so the origins of grown-up swimming go all the way back to the Atlanta Adult Swim League that started in 2007.
Okay.
And it was a division of the Atlanta Swim Association, which was their kids' summer league, and then they had an adult division that was separate. We started grown-up swimming in 2020, and have grown. Last year we were in 7 leagues. This year we'll be in 20.
20 leagues.
20
man.
leagues.
20 leagues. And we have a Sprint Revolution team. Oh, man, I'm so pumped. I keep saying it because I can't believe it's real. Like, I've got my own swim team thanks to this guy. He came out and said, Brett, you wanted a part of this? I said, absolutely, I'm in. And I've been trying to quietly pull in some of my friends who live out in that area. I'm still working on Jason Lezak. You imagine if Jason Lezak and myself on a relay team? That'd be cool. Jason, if you're listening, come on, pony up. Let's go.
Come on.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. But I got
there's
some
a
friends.
decent, I'm a little nervous with what Orange County is going to turn into.
Yeah.
There's a few swimmers out there.
There are a few
Just a
swimmers
couple.
out there. Yeah.
Just a couple.
Yeah. Carrie's she can't hear us right now, but she's on the team.
Yeah.
So she's my head recruiter, really. She knows everybody out there. So if anyone's out in that area, you want to join the Sprint Revolution grown up swim team, we're putting it out next week. We're gonna pump it out. This team's gonna grow quick. Pretty cool. You just got in town?
Just got in town last night.
Yeah.
So in here,
you enjoying it? Crazy.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I've been watching every night finals, and like you can kind of tell on TV how big this facility is and what the culture's like or the environment's like.
Yeah.
Pictures and video doesn't do it justice.
No.
It's so cool.
Yeah. It's wild, isn't it? And I think they've kind of hit it out of the park where this is just going to be a normal every 4 years now, isn't it? Really, can't go back from this.
Yeah, I mean, what you saw what SoFi is in 2028 in LA.
What are they doing?
They're doing the Olympics in SoFi Stadium.
Oh wow, they're going to stadium now.
38,000 capacity.
That's real, right? I didn't get
38,000 capacity.
They're doubling this.
It's insane.
Blow your head off.
Yeah, and I mean, it's been really cool to see. Again, where we operate in swimming 25s and neighborhood pools, to come and see this at the larger scale has been super fun.
Here's a question for you from the audience. Look at this. Where does grown-up swimmers fit in with master swimming?
Oh, great question. So we're actually part of USMS, and the easiest way to describe it is if you compare it to USA Swimming and Summer League Swimming. So you have the year-round clubs that are training with USA Swimming, and then you have neighborhood clubs and HOAs that have kids swimming in their summer league pools. We do the same thing. So we're seasonal, whether that's in the summer or if you live in Arizona or Florida, it might be in the winter because summer's all around.
Yeah.
And we'll do 3 or 4 or 5 meets throughout that summer, and that'll be it. So we don't sanction our meets like USMS. We do have times, but it's all about scoring points for your team, and then going into the league championship, which of course is the championship of the world.
It is the championship of the world.
And
It's very American.
Each city has a championship of the world, which is fitting.
Look, I guess the bottom line is I'm not interested really in competing for times and medals. I'm beyond that. What I'm more interested in is the social aspect of this, of getting together with like-minded people and just having fun. And that's what this is. And we're going to have tons of fun with this. And it's a way for us to kind of meet people in our community as well, more people in our community. So
For sure.
Carrie and I are super excited about it. So thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah.
And then, mates, where can they find you?
grownupswimming.com. If you click on Find Your League, you'll see the 20-ish leagues that we're going to be in this summer. If you're not near a league, reach out to us. We'll try to get one in your city coming next year or maybe afterwards.
Is the Sprint Revolution sign up sheet live on your website yet?
It is live.
It's live.
It is live. So if you want to swim on Brett Hawk's team,
Yeah.
Sprint Revolution.
Yeah.
It's grownupswimming.com/Orange County. Click on Sprint Revolution, sign up for his team.
Come on, let's go. I want the best team in the world. World champions.
How fast? If we were to find a pool that was deep enough on both ends, and you could do a 4x25 with you and your buddies, like guys who are in their late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
How fast could y'all post a 4x25?
I'm thinking Millerad Cabbage. I'm thinking Jason Lezak, and I'm thinking Gary Hall Jr. and myself. What about that for a relay team?
Could you beat the 100 free record of 39.9?
Oh, 39.9. Yes, I think we could do that. We could do that.
You'd average 9.5s.
Yeah.
I've seen you dive a 9.5
for sure.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah.
Oh, and we don't we're not sanctioned.
Oh,
So if you've got some old blue 70s or
you get the
Jacobs
suits
or
on.
so I can do the
lasers
enhanced games.
yeah,
as well.
come on.
That'd be fun. Yeah, let's get the blue 70 on too.
But again, it's all about the fun and the community,
Yeah,
and
well,
definitely not being that competitive.
Right.
I agree with that.
Appreciate it, mate.
Hey,
That's
appreciate
cool.
you guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good luck with it.
Yep.
All right. Hey,
Swimming. World trials.
Kerry, jump in real quick.
Kerry's coming in as well.
Yeah, bring her in. Wait till our special guest turns up, eh?
Well. Before we can't even answer this until our special guest turns up. I hope he turns up now. I'm sure he will.
Yeah, we can't even answer that till the special guest turns up. Kerry, grab your mic right there. Yeah, it's on right this time. You're good.
Nice.
Yes. Brought in the hot fiance again, mate.
Oh my god.
No, the crowd loved it. The crowd loved
True.
it. Yeah.
The viewer spike.
The comments went berserk
viewer
as soon as
spike.
Kerry gets on
Yeah.
camera.
Oh my goodness.
Mate, so let's talk about some swimming.
It's time. World trials.
We have been posting.
World Olympic trials. What am I saying?
World, I was like,
Yeah,
where-
this is definitely Olympic. Yeah, it's been a long one.
Oh,
We have been doing our wrap-up show, haven't we? Each night
Right.
on your channel, which has been epic. And then so people can go watch that. But just quickly in terms of last night, any standouts?
yeah. Caleb Dressel won his first race since his break.
Yeah.
He won his first proper race. I'm not talking in season. I'm talking he won his first race that mattered, and it was the blue ribbon event, the 50 freestyle, and he dived in. And all of these guys that everyone's talking about, Giuliano, Alexi, couldn't match him.
Yeah, no, they couldn't. And you're friends with Sharon and his sister, so you know kind of the inside scoop of the family. They've been relaxed, but there's certainly that pressure of wanting to see Caleb perform and win again, haven't they?
Yeah, no, Sheridan was saying that it's just so nice to see him happy before he races.
Right.
And, I think making the team with relay really took some pressure off.
Yeah.
And now he could just swim and
Yeah.
and know that he's back.
We kind of saw that last night, didn't we?
He looks free.
The pressure
He looks
off.
free.
Free.
And he has the biggest smile on his face. Like, that's so
Yeah.
good for swimming. Like, it should be. You should be having fun. You should be enjoying yourself. Racing is fun.
And he taught everyone a lesson last night in terms of how to do it right. He got faster each round.
Yes.
And that's what you do at a trials meet. You get faster each round.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
22.0, 21.6, 21.4. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah. You can't go the other way in a 53. You want to get on the podium. You want to win the race. You got to move up each round. You got to get faster. And Caleb's just a master of that. And it's good to see him back again.
Alexi added time in the final.
Yeah.
Michael Andrew added time in the final.
Yeah.
There's things you can't do.
Giuliano got faster.
Julian.
Gosh.
No, he went 21.5 in the. No, he added 0.1.
Oh, he had a
He
point.
went 21.5 in the semi, 21.69.
Yeah. Okay.
Dressel was the only guy who dropped, and he dropped considerably. And that's why he crushed everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
First man since Mark Spitz, right? To do
Uh,
50, 100.
Giuliano
Beyond
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Beyond
Beyond
Giuliano. Yeah. Same era.
Same era.
Yeah.
Talking
Close.
of 50s, we've got the women's 53 up this morning.
Women's 53. Yeah, a couple of interesting things here. So we had, who pulled out? Kate Douglas?
Kate Douglas, the
Kate
American
Douglas pulled
record
out.
holder, pulled out.
What's going on there? Pulling out she's got the 200 IM tonight.
Right.
And then on the other side of that,
Tori Huss pulled out the 200
Tori
IM.
Huss pulled out the 200 IM.
I was just chatting with Kim about that, and they're
Oh, yeah.
really liking how Tori's looking in the 50.
Tori looks great. She's looking fast, isn't she, Tori?
She
Yeah.
took a second breath and she said, "Yeah, that's just a heat." She normally takes one breath, and I said, "Yeah, the first breath looked good. The second breath looked," and they were like, "Yeah." We kind of laughed it off and couldn't believe how fast she went. And first seed into the semis. Tori Husker's like low key having an amazing meet.
Amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
And Alex Walsh.
Alex Walsh is she's on that bubble tonight where
Yeah.
she hasn't made the team yet.
She hasn't made the team.
Alex Walsh, yeah. You see her swimming. She had a great 200 breast the other day, but you see her swimming her IM. What's the difference between a straight up breaststroke and an IM breaststroke? Are they different? Because it seems like there are IM breaststrokers and then there's breaststrokers.
I mean, I think that, well, yeah, there's a little bit of difference because you're tired going into that.
Right, so you're dealing with
50.
fatigue,
You're
right?
dealing with fatigue. So mostly making sure that you're holding your line, finishing your kick, really kind of building into that 50.
And
into that turn.
those IM breaststrokers are good at switching strokes quickly, aren't they?
So good.
Yeah, I could never do that. I did a 400 IM once, and I felt like someone had shot me.
Does
What
anybody have video of that?
Yeah, what year is this? Brett Hawk 400 IM.
I've seen your breaststroke.
It was 10 times worse. I thought I was going to die. That was the only time in a swim event I thought I was going to die.
Really?
Yeah, I did a 400 IM for fun, and it wasn't fun. I found out at all.
You did it for fun. You thought like,
Yeah, because everyone says, "Oh, I'm going to do the 50 free for fun." I thought, "Oh, okay, you like to lose, all right." So I thought I'd do a 400 IM. I didn't like to lose, and I didn't like the fun of the pain. It was not fun.
turning from breaststroke to freestyle.
You've done a 4 IM?
Oh, I've done many 4 IMs, and
I bet you was pretty decent at 4
I
IM.
was good at 400 IM, but breaststroke was my stroke. So when I turned to the freestyle, I always thought I was going to vomit. Like it was one of those things where
vomit,
the pain,
That's right.
your heart rate's so high.
Yeah.
But you were a backstroker. You started out a backstroker.
Started out a backstroker as a young kid, and then flipped over, got some muscles, and never went back.
Yeah.
That was it.
Some muscles.
Yeah,
Got some muscles.
You got some muscles so you could flex into the finish.
you like that, eh?
I love it.
Sonny and I had a relay the other day. Sonny dug me out of a hole. Now, fair play to his dad, who's not a swimmer. He's a golfer.
Plays golf.
And not a breaststroke. But we put him on the breaststroke leg. We had Nate swimming the backstroke, and he hit his heels on the turn.
They're like both bruised, heavily bruised
He
heels.
could have split his heels on the turn.
Amateur.
And then Dad dives in, and we're thinking to ourselves, all right, I'm
Deep
thinking
trouble.
anyway, we're in deep trouble here. The guy next to me is wearing the Sockwell cap, and I saw red. That's like waving a red flag at a bull. But then Sonny goes in. I'm thinking, all right, we got a lot of real estate here.
We had about probably like a 10-second deficit at
10
100.
seconds.
Halfway through the relay, we're about a 10-second deficit.
Yeah, 10-second deficit. And listen, Sonny, to his credit, dug me out of a massive hole. Gave me enough.
0.8. I gave you
Gave me
0.8.
enough there to play with.
Brett dived in 0.8 behind the guy next to him.
Hmm.
At 25, it was dead even.
And you were 22.
22.8.
22.8 on that 50
The
fly.
fly, yeah.
So that's legit. If anyone wants splits, that's what it was. Changeovers were, on point. And then I went at 21.5 and touched him out. We were victors,
You didn't just
winners.
touch him out.
I'm going to go find a special guest.
Yeah, go find the special guest.
You
So
guys
Carrie
keep
and I
talking.
talk. What was that? We did
You
what?
were flexing as you were coming into the finish.
Well, that's just a practice move, Carrie. I don't know if you did that where you swam, but in
I mean, I don't
Auburn
think
we
it- during
practiced.
breaststroke. You could flex as you came into.
We practiced the flex at Auburn. That was what we did. That was part of training. That wasn't anything that I can do that in my sleep. Just touch and flex.
I mean, I've seen you in the backyard throwdowns, like put a finger up, like
Yeah,
you're winning. But I've never seen like the full-on flex coming into the finish.
I think that was just the Sockwell cap this kid on. I saw red, and I just had to flex on the cap. It wasn't on the kid. It was like I felt bad for him because I knew it was coming. I knew I was going to run him down like a stuffed pig at Christmas, and that's the way it went. Heat winners. And I felt like I was back at NCAA's 1999 when we
In
won
Minnesota.
the championship. No, this was in Indianapolis, 99.
Oh.
99
Why
we
did
won.
you win in Minneapolis?
97 won that too.
Oh.
We won 4 relays and broke 4 NCAA records last time I swam at this pool. So it was still hot. It was still hot.
That was the last time you swam at the pool?
99
Wow.
Indianapolis. Yeah, broke 4 NCAA records. Swam past people just like I did yesterday, and felt like I never left. 24 years later.
Did you still feel like in shape?
I was having flashbacks of how I looked back in '99, and then I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror. I was like, oh, that's not how you look anymore.
I know, it was the first time you have put on a racing suit in how long?
I had Sonny's dad in the locker room. I don't know if this was legal, but I had him with his hands down my pants, pulling this suit up above my waist, trying to get into this thing. It wasn't a pretty look, but we finally got it. I think we used some Pam spray as well. He sprayed it down my pants, and we got it in. I don't even know if
Oiled yourself up.
I don't know if it did anything. I don't know if it made any difference, but we got in. So, listen, we have a special guest coming. I'm pretty excited about it, but he's not here yet. Sonny's going to look for him. So in the meantime, there's people out here in the crowd, and they love the podcast. This is the last one we're doing. Let's go to questions here. Can you believe anyone doubted Dressel in the 50? Well, look, he's got competition. It's not like it was not like he's racing nobody.
Jack Alexi is like
Chris Giuliano's having the meat of his life. Like, it's not about doubt. It's just about like, hey, they're all good, and it's hard to pick a winner. I don't think anyone doubted him, but like Dressel at his best is almost untouchable in the 53. Yeah, I would agree with that at his best. But he wasn't 21 flat swimming. You know, he's 21.4. So, what's this
have
one?
you seen Eddie walking around? We did run into Eddie.
Yeah, I took a photo with Eddie the other day. Yeah, we saw him walking around. He was great. We said hi to him, took a photo with him, the GOAT. Michael Andrew out of the team. Yeah, it kind of makes me sad too. I like Michael Andrew. He's a good kid, and I've said that many times on this program. He's good for swimming. So
he's so good for swimming.
He'll be down. Actually, I need to send him a message. Actually, I forgot about that. I got to send him a message.
Yeah. He'll be back.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. What else we got in here? Can you believe? Yeah.
Your stroke is so beautiful.
My stroke, I'll say that my stroke is kind of beautiful. Like it hasn't gone, has it? And how much swimming do I do? Tell him the truth.
So he'll be like, hey, let's go for a swim, and he gets in the water, he swims across the pool, gets out, and goes into the hot tub.
Yeah, that's my swimming.
That's his swimming. I was like, oh well, that wasn't really a workout I was looking for, but yeah, but his stroke is still amazing. He's done some backyard throwdowns, and he's just a born racer, and I'm excited for this. Grown up swimming. Oh, we have a special guest coming. I'm gonna leave you. I'm leaving you.
All right. Special guest coming in. I'm gonna put him in the middle. Actually, put him in the middle.
Guys, we're not going anywhere. Stay around. It's going to be good.
I'm gonna clap him in. Clap him in. Hang on. I'm gonna clap him in. No, I'm not gonna announce him. I'm just gonna clap him in. Hey, can we clap him in, everybody? Clap him in. What's going on, bud? Dude, sit down. Shane Cassis in the building. What's going on, legend? How you doing, man?
I'm good.
That's you, yeah. Hey, congratulations. Sick.
Yeah.
Crazy sick. Sonny, what's your thoughts on this man?
Mate, just so you know, Shane, we root for you. Like, I don't know why. I've always rooted for you. You're so fucking good at swimming, and I just wanted you to make this team so bad. And like, yeah, we were going crazy in the stand yesterday, like I'm sure a lot of other people were. And I don't know, the world needs to see your talent, and that was so much speed, so much quality.
Yeah. How you feeling?
I don't know. I don't really have words right now. Like, people keep asking me, like, how are you feeling? And obviously congratulating me. And it's kind of a lot, you prepare for it, and I would dream about it, and walk myself through like a celebration and like a post-race interview.
Right.
And then it happens, and you're just like, what am I supposed to say?
Yeah, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. And I know the last 24 hours I've kind of just been like a blur, and the thing that I keep thinking about is, damn, I wish I swam faster. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. So I'm just trying to tell myself to enjoy this. But yeah, it's a lot. But I'm super happy. And, at the end of the day, the job was to be on the team. And, I wish I was in, X race and this one, and, maybe being on the relays and stuff. But at the end of the day, I still have an opportunity to, kind of show the world who I am. and swimmer that I've been, and I plan on being from here on out.
We were saying it was one of the most epic celebrations. If you could just pretend he's Carson for a sec, can you just recreate the celebration?
I can't. I mean, I touched the wall and it just I'm not even kidding. It just went.
Yeah. Oh, it was awesome. It was epic, man. It was just like
I'm not really an emotional guy. I feel like I try to just keep it calm and cool and like be look professional and all that stuff. But it kind of just came out, and that's how I truly felt in that moment. Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to be real with you in front of everybody because they watched the show, and I'm glad you weren't watching yesterday. I sat here and said you weren't going to make the team. I did say that, only because I hadn't seen it yet from you, and people were telling me you were holding back, and I wasn't sure. And I do predictions, and I don't love these predictions because Sonny and I talk about this. We know you guys personally. We know how hard you work. We know how much you put in. And doing predictions is really difficult. And so for me to sit here and say I didn't think you were going to make the team, it's embarrassing now, like as a person. But you went out there and proved everybody wrong, right? And that's kind of part of it sometimes, isn't it?
No, I totally get it, and I respect you kind of like telling me that because I'm not going to be sitting here and pretend like every single race it's up here. As of recently, I've just had, so many blips, and, I thought I would swim fast and I didn't. And then, it seemed like I just kept going on this like downward trajectory. And for the longest time, I couldn't really figure it out. And I wish I had an answer, because if I had an answer, I wouldn't have swum slow.
Right. You're right. Yeah.
Like,
we didn't know.
People ask me like, why are you swimming bad? Or, well, they're not so blunt about it. They're like, what's going on? And I'm like, dude, if I knew, I would not be swimming like this. I promise you, I'd be swimming lights out every time. So,
so what happened last night? Something clicked last night then. What clicked?
I mean, it's not that it clicked. It's just I knew that I had that in me no matter what. And, thinking back to last summer when I had a disastrous trials, like that was the first time, I was expected to be here, and then I delivered here. And, and that like shocked me. It kind of like shook me to my core. And, and I obviously the exact same kind of situation, but this time I was in like lane 8. I touched the wall, and, I somehow did it after having a terrible week. And, I kind of had flashbacks of that the moment I touched the wall and I missed finals. And I was like, we're doing this again. From that point on, I was like, it's time to lock in, bro. Like, you've done this before, but you're going to do it again.
I love that.
I hate that I had to like go back on that, because I don't want to be in that position ever again.
No.
I don't want to be that swimmer. No. But I knew if I did it then, I could do it now, because the stakes were even higher. And, I had an opportunity. I could have easily, tightened up and kind of just like, sat back on my heels, and then, maybe somebody would have had a swim that just took it away from me. But I was not going to let that happen. And, I'm proud of myself for that. I'm not really happy with the time or the place, but, I'm happy that I can continue to show extreme amount of fight and, tenacity, even when no one expects it, honestly.
Dude, you're going to Paris, man. You're going to Paris, and you get another chance at that. So that's all good. And not only are you going to Paris, you're putting an American cap on, which is going to be even deadlier. You and an American cap, that's dangerous, Sonny.
I mean, I was going to ask something else, but you're a tattoo guy. If you've seen Shane race, where's the Olympic rings going?
I haven't even thought about that. It's crazy. Like, I don't really know what this is, but like, you like to fantasize and think about things, and whenever this happens, I'm gonna have it here, and I'm gonna have this, and I'm gonna buy this, and all this stuff. And then it happens, and you're in shock, and it just doesn't matter, and it's just kind of like, I mean, I didn't know. I mean, I guess I'll get it now. But I haven't really thought about it, but I am running out of like, I guess,
real
like
estate.
unique areas. I might have to like fill it in, but
Sonny, you and I talk about
back,
we talk about this with him. Like, it's hard to hear this sometimes, and it's even hard to quantify. But we believe he's one of the most talented people walking around the pool deck, don't we?
You really are, Shane.
He's just so good at everything when it comes to swimming, and it's effortless. When it's good, it's effortless, right?
That 23.7 opening speed, I've never seen anything like it. Honestly,
no.
You just floated. Every stroke, you were clearing 2 meters of a stroke, and just great. And that's what I was going to ask you. What did you have a plan before this meet in terms of event lineups? What was your goals? Did and did you change as we went?
I mean, I didn't I didn't show up thinking, I'm going to burn a swim to,
Right.
just to get into it.
Right, right,
I thought I had a
Yeah.
genuine shot in the 100 back, and
Yeah.
unfortunately I didn't,
Yeah.
perform well. And,
Mhm.
that's understandable. Like I can't,
Yeah.
always be spot on, but, it was a little bit off the mark. So from that moment on, it was, damage control. We're going to focus, lock in.
What does Eddie say to you in that moment?
Um,
Or in those moments, like,
um,
does he help pull you out of that? Or does he let you figure it
Oh,
out
yeah,
yourself?
for sure. I know after the 100 back, he saw and I knew he was nervous. He doesn't say it,
Yeah.
but like you can see it in
Yeah,
somebody,
sure.
like the way they carry themselves and
Right.
stuff. And
He cares about
and
you.
even whenever I was texting him, I was texting him like, 2 a.m. semis is probably gonna dictate like what I do with 100 fly.
Mm.
And he just told me to stop thinking.
Mm.
He was like,
Right.
you need to stop thinking,
Yeah.
just race.
Great
And then he told me
advice.
to race like he wants something. And I was like, I can't say it. I was just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to go get this.
You can say it on here as well.
Yeah, it's all right, but we know what he's saying. Like, but that's awesome that you took it that way too, because sometimes you can take that as pressure, but you
Yep.
took it as hell yeah, let's go.
No, it was like he believed in me. And he was just like, wake up.
Dude, I got to tell you, we haven't had a crowd like this for an athlete. Like you're pulling the
Yeah.
crowd here, man. This is
I-
awesome.
I'm kind of, it's like a double edge. I'm like super happy and
Yeah.
excited, but I'm also like, did you guys not think I could do this? Or
Well,
I'm-
no. The hard thing is, it's kind of like Hunter Armstrong, right? Like Hunter's an extremely talented kid too, but like at
Yes.
the end of the day, you have competition. Look, Carson Foster is legit, right? Like, and
Yeah,
he's
he
your
is.
training partner. We don't get to see what you see every day. We kind of only see the end product. And Carson's swimming hot right now, and he's good. So it's like when you stack it up against all these other good guys, it's like who's going to win here? And so you just go basically off form. And so your form leading up to that 200 IM was telling us, hey, something's off, right?
Yeah.
But you in your head, you did something there where you said, I'm figuring this out. We're not in your head, so we don't know that conversation that's going on. But the guy that showed up last night's a killer. That's the guy that we believe in. If you bring him to Paris, man, anything can happen. You know what I mean? So yeah, please don't listen to us. We know nothing,
Also, half our predictions are based on what our heart wants, and then half is what we're watching. And if we predict on our heart, we were rooting for you for sure. Like
Oh, dude, when you went out in 23-7 last night,
we were
we went
popping off.
nuts. We were like, yes, here it is, finally. Like you can see it on the tape. It was cool as hell,
I think you've done a brilliant job as well, like creating separation between the other athletes, and that mentally crushes them. Like
Yeah.
when Chase turned with 50 to go, and you've got like 4 bodies on him, that's like he knows he can come back fast. He probably split 27 on the way home, but like that's too much separation. So I said, going into the Olympics, you can work that out. You can be better, and ultimately this medal, this first, second, third, well, first and second here doesn't matter. The time here doesn't matter, and you've got some fast guys to, Wang Shum's 154 last year. Leon's freaking Leon.
Yeah. What's it like being with Carson, your training partner?
You got to be on your A game. Believe it or not, the only sets I even have a chance are like fast sets. Besides that, I can't beat him in training. He brings it every day, and that, there's a reason why he just made that team also on night 1 or 2.
Does it help you to be standing next to him? Does it help in any way? Like before the race, like to know that, hey, that's my training partner?
I mean, if you think about it, the whole point of me leaving, my first home at Texas A&M was I needed to be in a place surrounded by people that had, similar goals and, who could bring me to that next level. Not that, where I was at, I couldn't reach a high level because I was at a high level. Sure. I just felt like I needed just that extra push because, clearly I did, because even whenever I was over here, I still was at this level and, I sometimes didn't have it. So having those guys, seeing them make it 4 a.m., 200 freestyle, I was like, I need to be on this team.
Right.
There is no way I'm going to let,
right.
not like jealousy or anything. It's just like, I feel like I owe it to them to get on this team, because, we are all in this together, honestly.
Well, good for you, man. You did that, like that, those years of sacrifice to get to this point. And like you said in your post race, like there's a couple of other people behind the scenes, your mom and people like that, who are just like, they want this badly for you too. So to kind of get it done for them, that's huge, eh?
Yeah. I wasn't even nervous. I was just kind of numb.
Yeah.
And and then it just went off, and I was going to do my thing. But I know they were nervous. I know I had a friend, him and his wife flew in, to watch me, and that was insane. Knowing that they were coming for this moment, and whenever I touched the wall and I was second, I was going, and I could share that with them. It's like little things like that. And then I know my mom, she was crying, my grandparents, everyone was crying. I was like, stop crying.
Yeah.
No crying.
Well, listen, man, I've been to 5 of these things. I'm going to give you a little bit of advice about the Olympics, because I know you're a guy that, you like to experience it all right? But you're going to be swimming, what, day 7, the 2 IM? Is that what it is, day 7?
It's,
Day 6. All right, so you're going to have about 10 days in the village to kind of like get your bearings and all that sort of stuff. A lot of distractions in the village. I've seen a lot of swims won and lost in the village, okay? So here's my advice to you. Go there. Be an Olympian, experience it. Don't get lost in the village. There's going to be basketball players walking around. There's going to be, the dream team. There's going to be this and that, and there's a lot of distractions. So, being in day 6, you gotta actively lock in. The opening ceremony's on. You're going to get all this gear. You're going to have all this food to eat. Don't get distracted by the noise. Stay here, man, because your performance. You're going to look back on your performance. That's the thing you remember the most. The other stuff is great. Kind of like we're in this convention center, right? The thing that you're going to remember about this trials is your performance in the 2 IM. This other stuff is just noise, right? And it's very similar at the Olympics. So lock in for the time you're there. Enjoy it after. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, we've appreciated it. This has been cool. We were buzzing all day knowing that you were coming in. So we're super pumped for you, man, and super proud of you. So congrats.
I really appreciate
You got a massive crowd out here. I'm going to let you go.
I'm surprised.
And they're going to start hitting you for autographs.
You're going to be here a while, Shane.
Yeah, Lenny Kraselberg's right there. I'm going to get him in next.
Yep.
But hey, listen, good luck.
It's been a
Congratulations,
pleasure, man.
brother. Yep.
Thank you so much.
Shane, awesome seeing you do awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Lenny, come on, man. Yeah. Shane Castles, everybody. Lenny, come on in, man. Lenny Kraselberg, look at this. What's up, man? We had Ryan Murphy's brother Patrick here a while ago. We were talking about American legend backstrokers. We got the man right here. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing well.
This is
well.
awesome, eh?
Very impressive.
Yeah.
I wish I was swimming.
I know. You'd eat it up. Look at the crowd around Shane now. That's wild. How cool was that having him on the show?
That was great.
That was
It
awesome.
was great. It was
What a
great
guy.
team winning it.
His-
I mean,
yeah.
placing it.
Yeah. His swim last night was huge, eh?
He went out for it.
He did. He went for it, man. I love that. You
Killer.
know, throw it out there. You got one last shot, and then see what happens. And how long you been here?
I just got yesterday.
Okay.
So last night was first night at the finals.
Yeah, people said they saw you at the US Masters meet. You made an
Yeah.
appearance there?
Yeah, so a friend of mine was actually swimming there.
Yep.
So I just stopped by to watch.
Yeah. Okay. You don't. You train. I mean, you're fit. Look at this. You're still
His
fit. As
arms
hell.
are as big as
But
yours,
you
Brett.
don't race?
No, I don't race.
No, no race. I'm not into that either, my friend.
What do you mean? I saw it from yesterday.
He dragged me into a
You
relay.
look good. I asked her if you're even training. She said no.
No,
But I
nothing,
broke looked
nothing.
pretty good.
That was a dry start. Yeah, that was cool. It was fun. It's fun.
Nate, we're replacing you with Lenny next meet, just so you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. He's our backstroker next. Nate got us off to a terrible start in backstroke.
29.
29 in the 50 back. Yeah, it wasn't fun. Put us in a hole.
You brought it back.
Yeah, brought it back.
The Hawk.
Do you have any role out here?
No, just really. I know they're on gonna recognize the 2014 today.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But other than that, no, just wanted to be part of it. Just kind of check it out.
And there's a bit of alumni reunion tomorrow.
I'm leaving. I'm actually
Okay.
I leave early.
Okay. All right.
It's a quick trip for me.
Yeah. Cool. Well, but how's it looking on the outside? In like on the TV, how's it been? You think?
It's been great. I'm just people that usually don't follow swimming.
Yeah.
Just in my interactions, even in my business,
Yeah.
learn to swim. I've talked to a lot of parents, and they're watching it, and they're having their kids watching.
Mm.
So listen, it's about time that our sports gets the recognition. You know, you and I have spoken about this
Right.
for a long time. But yeah, the response is great. It looks awesome on TV. It's really an experience, and hopefully we just can build on this momentum.
Now you have captained American teams, Olympic teams in the past. What's that responsibility like? I imagine it's probably going to be like maybe a Ryan Murphy, Caleb Dressel type situation on the men's side. What's it like to captain a U.S. Olympic team?
Yeah, listen, it's a tremendous responsibility. I did so in 2004, and it's first of all a tremendous honor, right? To be able not just to make the Olympic team, but be chosen as the captain.
Right.
But for me personally, and I think you know me a little bit, I'm more of a lead by example type of guy. I don't talk a lot, but certainly leading by example, and also making sure that everyone on the team knows I'm available. You know, that I was available for them, whatever support they needed it, whatever guidance and help they needed, I was always there. And that was kind of my role, and I really embraced it and enjoyed it.
Sonny, the Brits are good, mate. They got a good team. The Aussies are good. We're finally getting going into an Olympics where it's not necessarily US dominated, even though we've got an incredible US team going. But mate,
it's just world swimming right now, though. Like if you actually go through, say, just the men's events, and you try and predict a favorite, not a prediction, but a favorite. America probably have one or two men that are a favorite to win an event. Like maybe Murph in one of the backstrokes, and then maybe Bobby in the distance events, maybe Caleb in the 100 fly. Like that's realistically it. And that's not to say any other country has more. It's just there's a massive spread. You know, you've got Swiss swimmers, you've got Romanian swimmers, Australian swimmers, British swimmers, like Italian swimmers, Chacon. There's so many fast guys in the world now, and it's exciting, right?
I think it's very exciting. I mean, as you're listing all those names and people from these countries, it's just the parity in the sport. I think that's awesome. I mean, that's what you want to see, right? You sometimes people kind of lean into just having one country dominating. This is what makes it fun, and you also never know who's gonna all of a sudden appear in the Olympic final, and that's what makes it even that much more exciting to watch.
Yeah, but I saw a clip of Phelps yesterday, I think, where he was not talking about taking a backward step. And I know you feel the same way. Like the US do feel a pressure to keep that lineage, right?
Well, listen, the pressure is good. I think we obviously have the history and the responsibility to keep the pressure on. I think there's a lot of pride in always being, a nation that usually wins the most medals and continue the momentum on that. And I do think it's important that, those that have been part of it in the past vocalize that with the current generation. They have high expectations. You need to continue to live up to high potential of USA swimming and representing US. But at the same time, having the parity should technically raise the level of those that are racing at the games.
All right, Lenny, give us the inside word here. How do you win an Olympic gold medal? How do you do it? I couldn't do it. I couldn't figure it out. How'd you figure it out, man?
Well, listen, you know it. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of believe in yourself. But more than anything, it comes down to the mental game. Right. Mental game at the most important moment.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, we talk about the training, but it's always the mental game.
How long before your final did you truly, talking hours, days, months, did you believe you were going to win?
Oh, I believed I was going to win leading into the Olympics. I knew it was my race to lose. Let's put it that way. So mentally, I was preparing more. How do I stay within myself with controlling myself and how I do so? And listen, even at this level, I actually had a very unique experience at trials in 2000. I knew I was going to make the team, but in the finals, in the finals of 100 backstroke, I swam Neil Walker's race rather than swimming my own race.
Okay, right.
And actually, my time was slower than it was in semifinals, and it was a perfect reminder that heading into Sydney is that I need to stay within my own plan, my own race, and not worry too much about who else was swimming next to me.
Right. Relays are a huge part of the Olympics as well, and the US has such an incredible history of medley relays. You've led those off, and you've got them in the lead before. kind of what was your mentality in that relay? Like, is it like you're tired at that stage? It's the last day of the meet. You've gone through, your hundreds, your 200s, you're fatigued, but the boys need you, the country needs you. You forget all that, right?
Exactly. You keep the focus on. Listen, I remember that Sydney 400 medley relay. I mean, I was in my zone, same way I was for that first race, the 100 backstroke.
Really?
I mean, yes, you have that tendency to relax, especially personally. I won 2 gold medals
Yeah.
on your 200. I could have
Right.
give in, right? Could have,
Yeah.
but no. I mean, there's obviously responsibility to the teammates, to our overall team, to our country, and it's a tremendous honor to represent your country on the relay. So the focus with me, at least, continued to be, very precise, and was ready for that.
Are they vulnerable in that relay?
Yes. And that's not a dig at the American team. It's just, again, depth. The Chinese team are ridiculous, and they have a breaststroke is a superpower on the medley relay. Like, a lot can be won and lost on the breaststroke. And China obviously have Qin Haiyang, who's a 57. Right now, Nick Fink is a 59.0. He has obviously been way quicker, and he's a great relay swimmer. Britain have Adam Peaty, who is, again, a superpower. And we now have a backstroker. I don't know if you've seen, Lenny. We've got a backstroker who is 52 now for the first time since Liam Tancock. So we've got a 52.7.
What's his name?
Ollie Morgan.
Ollie.
And we actually have a second guy who's 53.0 from Florida Gators. Johnny Marshall. So we've got 2 world-class backstrokers. And, yeah, that's really exciting. Obviously, you've got a great back end on the American team and Murphy leading off. And then China are great. Italy are going to be good. They like a butterfly. But they've got a great 58 breaststroker. They've got the world record holder on the backstroke, check on. And they've always got a fast freestyler with Moressi. So, I mean, there's 4 or 5 teams.
How does that make you feel, Lenny?
Well, obviously, I want our guys to win it. But again, listen, to me, competition is always good.
Yeah.
Listen, that's, that's where the true champions step up, is when the competition is at its highest. And you're right. It's a wide open field on that 4x1 medley relay. It'll be a fun race to watch, and obviously having Ryan on the team will help. His experience and the way he just calms everyone down. You don't see that, right? You can't see that on TV. It's what happens behind the scene, and Ryan is really great at that. And I think the team overall will lean into his experience and leadership.
That's a team of winners, just to say, though. Yeah. And Ryan, we talked to his brother about how he gets faster in finals, but he also gets faster in relays, first of all. He's been 51 on every relay at a major meet forever. And then you've got Nick, who's 30, another really experienced guy. Dressel needs no explanation. And Giuliano's the only rookie, but he seems like a winner from every race I've seen from him do.
Mate, Hunter Armstrong could be on the front or the back of that too.
Yes.
And that,
by the way.
Yes, 100%.
Let's not forget that.
No, I'm just going on, winners at this meet. But
gotcha.
That's an experienced team, and that goes.
That
just
is.
basically.
And probably, I mean, with all the other teams and countries you listed, this is no matter who the 4 people will be on that relay will be the most experienced.
Yeah.
Just leaning into Nick and Ryan and Dressel alone. So.
Now, Shane Cass is getting mugged over there. Look at that. He is.
Shane has not stopped signing autographs and taking pictures, just so you know. Since
there's 100 people around him right now, right in front of us. It's wild.
The guy was emotional yesterday.
He was. That was awesome.
Great. That was great. I think that's probably the most emotions of anyone on this. Meet.
100%.
I've seen personally.
Yeah, that was
great.
We've got a good question about relays. How about the women's medley relay? US have 3 current world record holders in their respective events right now. Is that right? So Regan on the backstroke, Lily on the breaststroke, Gretchen on the fly, and then obviously insert any freestyler they want. Maybe Tori, maybe Simone, who's a world champion, Olympic champion. Yeah. Sorry, that team. I think is not going to be close. I think that team eats up the competition.
Eats them up. Yeah, that's a tough one. No one's beating them on paper right now, unless something drastic happens. But that one's a runaway.
Yeah, that's a really good.
That's a runaway. How do you feel about mixed relays, the men and the women competing together at the Olympics? What's your
think that would be great. I really do.
Oh, it's happening. It happens. Yeah.
Is this the first
second
one? Yeah.
Listen. They've done this at World Champs for a
while.
Right, now, so
you like it?
Yeah. I like it.
I'm not a fan. I'd tell people I'm not a fan.
He regularly tells people.
Why? Because I don't think you can train for it, Lenny. Like, look, the men's 4x1, women's 4x1 from the moment they're picked. they're figuring out what the order is. They're coming together as a team. Yeah. They're working together over the next month. They're bonding. That's not happening on this mixed medley relay. They're waking up that day and they're saying, oh, okay, I think maybe you'll swim today and maybe you'll swim today. I just don't like it in terms of an Olympic goal. We put too much into this where you have to work for something. That to me just seems like a giveaway, you know?
I definitely see your point and logic behind it. Obviously, you're right. I mean, you build that camaraderie a month into it, especially during your training camp, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily happen when you don't know if you're actually going to be on that relay.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That standpoint, But I also think just part of it as a sport overall. I mean, I think that's one sport where you guys know this well, where both men and women are always training together, and a lot of women can actually keep up with men in training and practices. Maybe that's one event that that relay isn't a bad thing.
Mate, Lenny, what's your feeling on the 50s of stroke at the Olympics?
I think they should put him in.
Yeah,
it's about time.
Yes,
it's about.
Lenny would have won 4.
Plus, you can come out of retirement.
Yeah, we could do a medley relay mixed. No, you think you would have won the 50 on your day?
Well, listen, I broke the 50, 100, and 200.
The confidence never leaves.
Yeah, that's a yes. That's a yes. Lenny's a badass. No one's beaten Lenny Krasselberg at his best. Come on, man. Let's get serious. Have you ever seen a picture of him at the Sydney Olympics?
Of course, I've seen pictures.
It was like he was sculpted out of clay. Back 2,000 years when they did those things out of marble. That was him, mate. He was just a freak.
Listen, I gotta thank my parents.
Genetics.
Genetics, yeah. Lenny was ripped. Mate, this is cool. So, all right, well, this is the last day of the podcast. We're going to wrap it up with the legend himself. The lineage of American backstrokers is just crazy, isn't it?
Incredible. It's incredible. I'm honored that I'm part of it, and I'm also excited to see how it continues.
Yeah.
Did you see Keaton Jones the other day? What did you think of that kid?
Impressive. Yeah. Well, listen, even Akins as well. This kid, third place twice, 100, 200, very close races. But listen, I know it pains now. It hurts today, but the confidence it should give him for the next 4 years should be tremendous, because that should tell him he belongs at this level. He's the future of USA backstroke moving forward, these two guys. So it's we're in good hands as always. Backstroke is always in good hands in the US.
It is. Well, what a way to wrap this up. Thanks to USA Swimming. We've really loved this. Thank you for opening the doors to us. Couple of foreigners walking in here and doing a USA Swimming podcast has been extraordinary. But finishing with the man, Lenny Krasselberg, this is a dream. So, mate, you know how I feel about you. I love you to death. You're a legend, and it's a great way to finish.
Thanks.
Sonny, you've been epic this whole time, mate.
Lenny.
Loved it.
Oh, that's a grip he's got there. My hand just got crushed.
It's nuts. Listen, everyone who's been watching all week long or 8 days long, thank you so much. This has been a dream for us. Maybe one day we'll be at the Olympics as well. We're not there yet, but we'll get there soon, eh?
Yeah, we want to, and also events need this is set the bar, but we can't go back to what it is. And as you said, LA is going to be great, but I want meets in between. We can't wait 4 years to do something like this. It has to be more regular.
Yeah.
And there is kids and fans loving swimming more than ever, more people watching than ever. Yeah. And we have to allow it for it to start happening. Kids are going to want to go to a swim meet, but if it goes back to what they're normally like and it's a boring long day, then they're not going to want to anymore. So thank you, USA Swimming, for setting the bar and hopefully making this sport better than ever.
Yep. Cheers. We're signing off. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the swimming.